Hello, everyone, and welcome to another class with Cherry on Top Crafts. I'm Jessica,
I'm Emily.
and today we're using coordinating stamps,
And
stencils, dyes,
dyes. Yeah,
and
and
hot
hot
foil.
foil, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, these seem to be like a somewhat newer product where you can get all of them that you can
hmm
use separately,
Yes,
but when you use them together, it's
they're
just
just
really cool.
fun and
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah.
So that's what we'll be working with today.
hmm Okay,
So yeah, I guess we'll
let's
get
do
going.
it.
So I grabbed these arched, let's see, what
hmm
are they? Around the shape arches. So it comes with these stamps, and then there's also hot foil as well as dies.
hmm Those are pretty
So
too. And like
yeah.
last week, I know with the cherry box, we did a circle card. You could do an art shaped
Mm-hmm.
card or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have this pretty called Be Strong, and they're just really pretty flower dies and stencils and a stamp. So let me show you that. So we have the layered stencils, so you can make it different shades or textures, and then the die, and then the stamp, which we've used, but because it's super pretty.
Yeah.
But you'll be able to see it once I do it. Always doing it upside down. Okay.
And I wanted to use this Inkwell collection,
So
which has
pretty.
such beautiful
Mhm.
blues in it.
Mhm.
And what I'm thinking is doing a grid type layout. So there's my
Oh
photos,
yeah, that's a cool idea.
and but the grid will be in this arc
Yes,
shape.
yes. So pretty.
So
And
yeah,
the blue matches.
yeah,
Perfect.
that's what I'm planning.
I'm probably gonna make a card of some sort. I like the Pink Fresh too because the stamps they have nice card sentiments on them. So this one says "Be strong, be different, be you," and then the other one says "Wherever life plants you, bloom with grace." Those are pretty. So I'll probably make a card. I do also have 49 and Market as well. The toast, which is
Mm,
super pretty, like brown colors, but I think it'll go well. I really want to make, a flower that kind of pops and with the stencil and the dye. So yeah, I think it'll look good with the brown colors. So pretty.
I think this is the paper I'm gonna go with. And I wanted to get started by working with the these shapes. So I want to stamp some things, die cut some things, and then foil some as well. And I think how I'm going to approach this is just start making them, and then I will use the ones that I like best and fit into my layout.
Yeah.
I know I also want to do a shaker dome,
Ooh, fun.
so maybe I'll even start with that.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah.
These are so pretty. So like the back sides are all pretty plain, but then you have the front that have the design like Justice has too. And I do like using these for cards, but I think I'm gonna try to use a more plain one to just make sure my flowers pop on my card. Um,
I also wanted to use the hot foil. There's so many things we wanna
there's
do
a
with
lot
this
we're
one.
gonna do today. We're gonna be live for 3 hours. So.
So I'm using the glimmer, and I'm just going to pull it out and start heating it up.
I've never done hot foil before, but it always
It's
looks
pretty cool.
so fun.
And it's like very satisfying
Yeah. Could see
because
that.
it doesn't like it looks complicated, but it's really not.
It does. I think that's it makes me nervous. I'm like, ooh,
And
how do you
then
do that?
yeah, and well, you can
And now
watch.
I'll learn.
Yeah, watch how I'm doing it, and you'll go, oh, that's it? That easy? And I'll be, yes, yes it is.
Do we have the cutter? Like
Yeah. Okay, so I might do a blue and a silver arch. Sounds
That'll
good.
be pretty.
Yeah.
I decided on this paper. I just like this pattern. And then the back's still pretty plain. I'm probably going to cut around the flowers and get some in there. Probably will match with the front of my card. So I'll probably do this for the outside, but we'll see. And I'm just going to start by stamping the image onto some just plain white cardstock we have here.
Oh, someone said, glad you're doing hot foil project.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I'm intimidated too, Sylvia. So
which I get.
It's
I get
just
it
new,
seems imitating,
you know?
but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like anything new.
mm-hmm.
You just do it a couple times and
Yup.
you're good to
The
go.
hang of it.
Yeah. Okay. So I just plugged it in.
You have to wait for it to warm up.
And then you have to wait for it to warm up. And over here, let's see if you can see it. There's a power button, which is red now, and so it's just like it's on, it's working, it's turning hotter. Then this light will turn green. It says the platform's ready, and that's when you know you can put your hot foil plate on there and start warming that up. And then this third button, there's a timer. So then once you put your plate on there, you press timer, and that's how long it'll take for your plate to heat up.
Nice. Very cool.
And the more, like, once you have it warmed up, that's the part that takes the longest.
Okay.
You can just keep doing it
Nice.
pretty quickly and easily. And can I see the trimmer?
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Oh.
We may have forgotten our trimmer.
Yeah.
I can grab it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see it.
Right. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm gonna use some midnight.
Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna use some of that too. That's the goods.
Just for the base of my stamp.
Joyce said she's had her glimmer machine for about 6 months and
Oh,
have yet
good.
to try it. You gotta whip that thing out, Joyce. It's really cool.
I understand.
You're missing out. It's cool. Well, hopefully this will
Inspire you.
yeah, inspire you
Yeah.
and get you going with it.
Yeah.
So right now I've just got mine heating up, and I can feel it. Like it's
Yeah.
starting to feel warm. Like feeling them.
Yeah, it is.
What's cool with it, and something that surprised me a little bit, is you're not gonna burn yourself with it.
I was gonna ask you, like, do you have to be
Because
careful, or is it
I'm-
more just like a hairdryer kind of?
I'm the person who would burn myself.
Yeah.
So like this plate, like it's warm.
Yeah, it's warm.
It's
You
warm,
don't want to
but-
like keep your hand on it.
Yeah, but if you like hit your hand on it or something,
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna just instantly get burned,
Yeah.
which I was very happy about.
That's a good, pleasantly surprised, right?
And also it comes with this little magnetic thing that you use to move around the dies.
Oh.
So you don't
okay.
actually have to touch them when they're hot.
Oh, smart. Cool.
So let's see. So yeah, I put it on there, and then
So
I'll
you
let
put
it
it
heat
right
up.
on there, or you have to put it on the plate?
You put this on first,
Okay.
and
Then you
then
do the foil.
actually I haven't used mine for maybe a month.
Uh-oh. I need the
Let's see.
Sizzix stamping.
Oh,
have
it
it?
should be right behind you.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
I
and then
can't
I'm
do
gonna use
stamps
this.
anymore
I
without my
know.
platform.
I know, right?
Okay. Well, my stamp didn't come out all the way, but
And also on this table, we found it's really not good for stamping because it
Really?
has a little give to it.
Yeah. All right, that's okay. That's why we have our
Yeah.
stamping tool here, and you can get a
Mhm.
nice cut every time. Or stamp, I mean. Okay.
So this, Joyce asked if it
Yeah.
was a glimmer die or regular. So these are actually hot foil plates.
Mm-hmm.
And these are from Pink Fresh. And so the hot foil plates are different than dies
Yeah,
because
they're
you
different
can't,
than the regular
yeah,
ones.
you can't cut with them.
Mm-hmm.
So they do have coordinating dies as well, but yeah, so they're different. I have actually hot foiled with dies. And
Have you?
yeah, and it works. Some dies look better than others,
Yeah.
but it still has, they're still made out of metal and
Mhm.
conduct the heat. And so yeah, you can do it with the dies, but the hot foil is what it's more made for.
Yeah.
Okay, my green light is on now, platform ready, and I'm going to press timer, and that'll let me know that all of the heat has gone into the die enough.
Nice.
Or not the die, the hot foil plate.
Oops. Well, that's kind of nice. I can just take it off.
And then, so now it's time to make the sandwich. So let me think here about my sandwich. Don't want to do it the wrong way. Like I said, I haven't used this for a little bit. I'm glad I'm actually using it again.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I do the pretty side face down.
I think so. That's I think what I've seen.
And this isn't that like high stakes. Like if I
yeah.
put it on there the wrong way, it won't really do anything. So then I just heat it up and do it again.
Oh, okay. So it's not gonna rip the foil or anything.
No.
That's nice.
Is that one yours?
Yeah. Spares.
All right. And I'm gonna cut myself a piece.
Okay. So
And
this is getting better. Sorry. Still stamping.
So my timer went from blinking to solid. So
now it's ready.
Yeah, now
Nice.
I know it's ready, and I'll just put on my piece of paper. And they usually do it this thin shim first and then the spacer pad, but I haven't found a difference either way, and I've done it both ways. But maybe just do it their way. You know? Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen a difference, but okay. So, and then you need to grab out your die cutting machine. I'm using it with Sizzix Big Shot. Spellbinders has their own die cutting machine that works with it too. So now I just pull it out. And
oh, cool.
yeah, then I run it through here. I'll usually do a back and forth.
Yeah.
Just to make sure. I usually do that when die cutting too.
Me too.
So, and then I'm gonna put it right back on here so it can get heating up again. And now I can see if I did everything right. So here's this. And pull off the foil.
Pretty.
And there we go.
That's so cool.
So you see the foiliness?
That's awesome.
And I don't want to touch that with my hand because it's a little hot. Again, it's not going to give you those burns right away, but it's a little warm. So I'd rather not touch it. And I'm going to do another size.
Nice. I have my image stamped here. So now I'm just going to use the stencils to color it in. And these stencils are great because they're the layered and you can do each individual thing. So I'm going to start with the leaves. Actually, do you have like a washi tape? I'm just going to tape it down. I like to tape down the stencils so I can move it around.
That one's that Sizzix one.
Oh yeah, this is the actual Sizzix tape that you can use, the low tack tape for stenciling.
This one, I'm going to use the blue. Again, face down. Yeah, both Joyce and Sylvia said they can't believe it's so quick and easy. It really is.
I can't believe it either.
And that was even with me explaining and
Mhm.
taking my time. But yeah, that's really it. So I put my foil on, grab my piece of paper. If your foil's curling a little bit, you could put some washi tape to make sure that it's not. But I just find once I put my piece of paper on there, it's not really moving anyways. And then put these on, pull it out. If you do any die cutting, I don't think you'll find this hard at all.
Yeah,
And
it's actually, yeah. So you just have to do that to get the foil on it.
yep,
Okay.
yeah, so this just presses
Doesn't actually
it.
cut anything.
Nope. Then I throw it back on there. And my favorite part,
Yeah,
always,
the reveal.
The reveal.
That's so cool.
Look how smooth that is.
It's really pretty. Yeah. A little more reliable than like an ink or something, you know?
Yeah, or
And
like
you get the
even
shine.
embossing powder.
Mhm.
Like that's a crisp.
It's very clean. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get that crisp of a look.
Yeah, not with
using
the
embossing.
embossing. Can you give me the I'm gonna use some of these cute little Pink Fresh brushes that we have. I'll show you.
And while I've already got this heated up, I think I might as well do a couple more.
Yeah, why not?
Because I don't know what sizes I'm gonna use yet.
So I have Mint to Be here from Catherine Pooler. Minted, I mean. This is fun. It's kind of like coloring with the stencils. And, you know, you could do, I'm going to try to do different textures with each layer. So I have some lunar paste and some TCW stencil butter to try to do some different elements rather than just ink. So you could definitely do that. You could, this also has a hot foil. So you could hot foil this image. So it would be like the gold pretty outline or whatever color, the blue, whatever color you wanted for the base instead of I just used plain black just to show what that would look like. So she said, what projects do you think, Sylvia said, what projects do you think best suit hot foil? It's basically anything that will take the color.
I really think anything.
Yeah.
I personally have used it for cards and traveler's notebooks and scrapbook layouts.
Yes.
So all of the paper crafting things.
Yes. I've seen it on a lot of cards, Sylvia. I don't know if you do cards, but it's really pretty. But you can use it, like you're using it for a layout.
Yeah. And also I've seen people do it on ribbon or on fabric. And you do it the exact same way. I saw somebody do it like they were making wedding favors, and so they had a little cup or something, and then they spelled out each guest's name.
Wow.
And foiled it.
That's cool.
And it looked like a lot of time, but they were so pretty. So yeah, you can really do a lot with it. Okay. And then pull these off. And as you can see, I used the same one.
Oh, yeah.
So you can,
cool.
and I could even do another one. Yeah. Oh, this one, what did I do?
Oh, that's kind of cool, though.
It is kind of cool.
The outline border. Oh, did you have it flipped?
I must have. But
you could do it either way,
cool.
Though.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go with it. All right, so that's going to be all I'm going to foil for now. So I'm going to turn it off, put these to the side. It also comes with a cooling pad, but like I said, I don't think this is hot enough to burn
actually do anything. Just want to make sure you turn it off.
But yeah, I guess just pay attention to what you put it on. Like, I don't think it'll start a fire on the paper, but it might burn plastic or something. Okay.
I'm just doing different shades of green here. So just doing some light and some areas darker for my leaves. This
And
brush is so nice. These are little, they're tiny, but they're great for this, for these stencils that are a little more intricate and just smaller. And you can just get, I don't know, I just like that it's not so big, so you're not, I mean, obviously it's a layered stencil, so you're not going to do anything to ruin the rest of your design, but it's just nice that you can get in those little parts.
could I see the Sizzix stamp thing?
Yes. Right here. Oh, I have my stamp on it. I'm sorry. Take it off. Oops, I got some midnight on there.
Good. Right. Now I need to decide which of these I want to use. I am kind of just, I like to have my options. So I'm just going to do a few of them. And then decide what I'm going to use.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And a lot of times when I make a layout, because I do work like that, I'll have enough extra to make a card.
Do another one, yeah.
Yeah,
Or, yeah.
make a card or like a traveler's notebook type thing.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Sylvia said she's going to try it for a thank you card. Yeah, it really makes them, it takes, the hot foiling just takes it to another level, I feel. It's just super pretty and looks so, like, professional almost. Just like,
it really does.
Just really clean and... Okay, so here's my first layer. Okay. Looks kind of nice. My stamp's not perfect, but I didn't really mind because I'm just going to be coloring over it and then cutting it out. And I don't know, I try not to get too finicky with the details all the time because then we'll never finish anything. Okay, so now I can do my next layer. Ooh, pretty. So it looks like this one, let me make sure this is the right one. Yeah, so this one has 3 different stencils. So the leaves, and then the actual flowers, and then the buds of the flowers. So I think what I'll do, I think I'm going to do the actual flower with some, I might just do another ink. Let me see. I think I'm going to try, I'll try the stencil butter. And then that way the flower really pops.
Now I'm going to start cutting out some of these things. So just figuring out what sizes I need.
Okay.
Just grab this.
Yep. I might, let me see.
I usually don't line up and tape down my dies like this. Unless it's like a specific shape or something I really don't want to move.
Yeah, and that has the words on it.
Yeah.
So you don't want to cut through them. So I am gonna, keeps changing my mind. I'm gonna do some of the raspberry that we got in the April cherry box that we're gonna get. I'm gonna do some of this and then add stencil butter on top of it. Just to add a little bit of shading, a little bit of different dimension.
And speaking of April cherry box, I think tomorrow's the last day to sign up. And
Yep.
if you were looking at this box, I would really recommend signing up.
Yes.
Because
it's going fast.
It's going
guys.
fast. So there's your last warning for it. And if you want to see what is in that box, Emily and I did a unboxing last week on our live.
So I'm just doing like the centers. Make sure you can see me here. I'm just kind of doing like the centers a little bit. So I think on the outside I'm going to try some stencil butter.
This, let's see, I think I'm going to cut out the center of this one. So I'm just going to line up both of these and tape it down.
Oh, it does. Maybe I'll do that. So I think, actually, I was supposed to do this layer second, but it's okay, because I just noticed the middle of this flower on the end here. So I'm going to do it, because I'm going to do that with, I think I'll do that with the stencil butter. So these are the little, like the insides of the flowers, and then the buds. Let's see if I can show you. So it's like the, I don't know if you can see it very well, the inside. Is that what it's called? The bud? Like the, yeah, the bud right before the flower, the actual flower.
Well, the buds like the, those are like the buds.
Yeah.
Let's see, who knows their flower
What's
anatomy?
the flower? What's that called, guys? Okay, so no harm done. Okay, I'm gonna do the champagne gold. I'm using TCW champagne gold stencil butter, and I just thought it'd be cool to try different layer, like different dimension for these stencils, because it kind of allows for you to do that with the different layers. You can use different mixed media products, paint or whatever.
I like that you're mixing, like you're doing some with stencil butter, some with the inks.
Yeah. I do want to straighten my.
I've done that a few times where like I'll do all the layers with the inks, and then the final layer I'll use like a shimmer paste or something.
Yeah,
so like if you want just like a little touch of something shiny.
Oh, this stencil butter. Oh my, it's like nice whipped butter. Okay. And, you know, a little bit goes a long way with the stencil butter stuff, because I just did one little swoop and I got everything. And I really don't want, you know, like too much of it on there, because I do want it to dry. But this stuff dries quickly. You don't have to, like, sit around and wait for it. I really like that about it.
Okay. So I think I've got my things cut out, and now I'm going to start assembling it a little bit. I might cut out my photos in this art shape too, but I haven't decided yet.
Okay, I'm gonna just peel this off together so we can see. Oh, look how pretty! And then you get a little shine. And the stunt, I mean, gosh, this is so cool because it really keeps it in place for you.
Yeah.
And I did already color some of my flowers, so you can see what it's kind of going to look like. I'm probably just going to keep doing the ink since I already did the stencil butter. I am going to wait for this to dry a little bit more, just so I don't smear it or anything.
Let's see. So I know I want to make one of these into a shaker. Let's see. What size?
How do you know what to use to cut out the shaker shape?
I'll show you. Let's see.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll use this big one.
There's no, yeah, that's not a silly question. Shaker cards, are, they're easy to do. You just have to make sure the shaker part is bigger than the hole that you're cutting out. So since she has the die, then she can use like the bigger shaped die for the plastic part, and then you can just glue that onto the back and then create that shaker. I'm just gonna put this aside to dry, and I'm gonna cut out my pretty brown here.
So this is what I'm going to cut out to use as my clear piece. It's cherry acetate. So it's our brand acetate sheets, and it works perfectly for shakers.
It's really nice, yeah.
I think I'm going to make my shaker. Well, I don't know. I keep going back and forth here.
Those are pretty.
Actually,
They really pop with that the silver and the blue.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
What I actually, well, I'm going back and forth because I kind of want one of these sayings inside of the shaker.
Oh, yeah. Like on the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I steal the...
Yeah. So I might re-stamp. Maybe I'll do this Love You one. And let's see, no. Oh, I've got paper here. And the stamping tool. And redo this stamp. And then I'm going to cut it out using the bigger cutout or bigger die. So that can be my background.
I'm just using my card I made last week for the cherry box. This is how I make my cards. I measure just by what I've done. I don't like formally measure it out.
Okay, there we go. And I'm going to cut it out using the big one this time. And then I'll also cut out some of the cherry acetate sheet also with the big while I've got it out.
Yeah.
I cut it a little smaller to fit.
Oh no. I got the barcode in mine.
Oh.
Whoops. Well, this is the size card I need, so.
So there's that. That'll be my background part. And then I'll also cut out acetate sheet. And it is really nice when you have a die, like especially any of these stack dies that fit easily. It just makes it a little easier. But you could also cut around something to make the shape a little bit bigger.
Yeah, or you can always just cut, like, hand cut it.
Yeah.
You don't have a die if you're, like, just want to make a... Because my words, I'm like, what am I saying? The size of the plastic, like, you're not going to see the edge of the plastic once you glue it on. So you have that advantage there to just kind of free cut it. But if you have a die, it's a lot easier because then you can size it. Okay. Well, that's better. Now we have a... Ready. We have a good card base here. I always just use the edge of my cutter. It has a little lip here to like hold it evenly. And I really like this side with just the brown. I think it's simple and pretty, and it has a little pattern in there.
And my die didn't cut this out all the way through. It is a little bit thicker, but it gave me enough of a ledge that
So
I can see,
just cut it.
and I'm just cutting it. Then I get all of my random craft dusts off of there and make sure it's nice and clean. It's like putting a sheet of glass in a frame or something. You just clean it first.
Yeah.
Okay, so here are my pieces. I'll move this so you can see what I'm working with here. So right now they're just all of the same size. I cut all 3 of these out using that same larger die. And now I'm gonna get stacking them.
Nice.
I'm going to start with my clear acetate sheet. And I have the glue.
Yes.
Actually, I'll probably still need it in a little bit. But I'm gonna actually stick it down with cherry tape because then I don't have to wait for anything to dry.
With the tape.
Yeah.
Is there a way to make the stencil butter dry quicker?
The heat tool.
Okay. I'm gonna use the heat tool. Hopefully our sound doesn't go away.
It usually doesn't even hear it. It doesn't pick it up usually. And with the heat tool and the stencil butters, you can, like, if you hold it too close, it'll bubble.
Yeah, okay,
So,
that makes sense.
If you don't want bubble, don't do it. If you
I
want
don't really
bubble,
want bubble, so I'm just gonna blow dry this just to get it drying a little quicker. Just so I can work on my... I guess I could have done that layer, but it wasn't covering that inside of the flower, so I wanted to make sure that was nice and gold.
Okay, so now taking this off. And like I said, you could use wet glue with this, but when you use wet glue on acetate, it just takes longer to dry.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard, like if you accidentally get it on the front of it or something, it shows because it's just that plastic. So it's nice to use the tape.
Okay, so there's that, and that's my first piece all done. Got my sheet in there. Yep, so this is the step where I just used a regular cherry tape. So this is
flat tape,
the thinner, flat, regular cherry tape. Next step is where I'll use the foam tape. And I like to make sure that my foam tape isn't going to be seen.
Yeah.
But even if it is seen with this one, it won't be that bad because it's just white.
It is white,
anyways.
yeah.
But still, I like it to be a good size. Now I'll put the foam. I like to put it on the base part.
Yeah.
Because then I can put the sprinkles in here.
Yeah, it's a lot easier that way.
Yeah, and then you're not dumping or...
Put it on the base, and then you don't have to like flip the front part of it over, which I have done before. And it's not easy.
And
just put it on the base.
A tip with when you're trying to get foam tape to curl, like around that edge, I take off this top layer, and then you can flex it to go around.
That's awesome. That's a great tip.
Yeah, because otherwise you're cutting and making a bunch of small little pieces, and it's kind of a fuss. It's easy if you're doing a square or something, though. Then you just have all your straight pieces.
Okay, that dried up quickly. So if you wanted to use your stencil butter and it's nice and shimmery. So now I can go on to my next layer. You can use your heat tool and just dry it up. That way you can move on quicker for your projects and whatnot. I like moving on quicker. I get impatient with crafts. I'm like, is that gonna be dry yet? Oh, nice.
So you can see how nicely it curved around the edge, and that's all just one piece. I didn't have to cut it up or fuss with it a whole bunch. Easy peasy. Nice. And this is our cherry tape. I think this looks like a 1/4 inch. So I'm thinking that's what that one is. And now I'm going to add my sequins inside here. And of course, because I'm going with all blue theme, I grabbed some blue sequins.
Oh, cute. And you can obviously do that to make a shaker card too, which is really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome to do it on layout though. I like that because it adds something different, just a different element. Okay, so I think, let me see with this brown.
Okay, so I'm gonna, and I like making like a sequin mix with these. I don't usually just use one type of sequin in my shaker cards.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I like with using these Sizzix ones, is that they come
like all the different types.
all of the different shapes and slightly different colors that all coordinate, which I think is pretty cool.
Sylvia said thank you so much.
Cool. And now the only tricky part is getting all your sequins in there and having them not stick on the outside. If you were doing a square or something where you didn't have to curve it, I would keep the protective part of the sticky on there. But I had to take mine off for my curve. That's okay. Add some hearts in here. And add some of these. And usually I say I want my shaker page, like if everything is resting at the bottom, I want it at least a third of the way full.
Yeah.
So
it's not like,
because
you don't want to fill it too much. Yeah.
And so, yeah, usually that third of the way full seems to be pretty good. So I think
that's a good tip.
I think that's good. And that'll also depend on how thick your foam is and everything else. So yeah, if you are using really thin foam, or even if you're not using any foam and just gluing it around the edges, then you don't need as much in there. And now I'm just putting on the top and gluing it on. Or sticking it on, and there we go.
Wow, so cool. Shakers are so fun.
So see, when I've got it resting like this, it's about a third, and I can still see my words. More than likely, because this is a layout, it's gonna be more like that, full. But yeah, that's it. I have a little over foaming over here, so I'm just gonna trim that off.
I just added some purple, called Orchard, from TCW Stencil Butter, just to add a little more different color purple. And then I'm just gonna go over this again with the raspberry.
Okay. Now that step's all set, and I think I can start putting together my layout now. I've got all of my individual pieces together. I'm gonna pull it back out.
Alright, and here's my purple I can show you. With the gold, it's kind of bold, but you can see some of the pink and you can blend with it. Looks really pretty. So I'm going to use the heat tool again. Hopefully it's not too noisy for you guys, but just to make it go a little quicker so I can cut these out.
Okay, let's see.
They actually dried pretty quick. I would have thought it would have taken longer even with the heat gun.
Yeah, when you put the heat on anything, it really speeds it up.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm at the stage now where I'm kind of determining, like, how many of these arches is too many. Like,
yeah,
you know, because I could make all my photos arches too.
Yeah, you could.
But, like, is that gonna be too many?
I don't know. It's kind of the theme.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. So I might die cut some of these photos.
And you print your photos, right?
Yeah.
So that you can, like,
Yeah, so if I hated it, I could just print it again.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna die cut them because yeah, it's the theme.
It looks cool. Yeah.
So here's the next size. Just me reaching across here. So yeah. And I do think it's fun when layouts have different shaped photos in them.
It does
I
make
do
it more
really
unique.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Donna said so fun.
Like even
fun.
a circle. Like I see probably more circles than anything. But yeah, I just think it's really fun. Or like I've done a hexagon before. And that's
Oh yeah. I say just do it all. Yeah, go for it.
Go for the
all
shapes.
way.
Okay. Going for it all the way.
Bowling.
There's even a hashtag on Instagram. It's a hashtag bubble your butter.
Really?
Yeah. I've used it a few times.
With stencil butter. I didn't realize that with the heat tool. It's very cool.
I used it before doing it was like a Halloween page.
Oh yeah, and bubbling
and
that.
so I used like purple and green, and then I bubbled it.
Okay. Sylvia said, "I'm constantly amazed. Are you guys going to blank page your card and come up with all these great ideas?" Thank you. I think it does help when you have, for me personally, like if I have a product or something that's easy to use, easy to work with, and like these, I don't know, like these layered stencils just make it really easy for you to be able to create something that's super beautiful that people would be like, you did that?
Yeah.
And, but it's fairly simple, you know, and it's inspiring too. Especially like paper, I get really inspired by like a certain color or pattern.
Yeah, that's kind of how I work too. Is I wait to get inspired by the products.
Yes.
And then I'll find photos or find things to work with them.
Yes.
I'm the person who I'll just have photos for years a lot of times, just like waiting for that perfect collection to come out, and then I'll use it.
So here are my flowers. I'm now gonna cut them out, and they're gonna become individual pieces, which is really cool, and then I can put them out however I'd like on my card. That's what I like about this die and stencil, is that they end up being almost like ephemera that you can just put all over, but you made it. I love that. I like the little details. That's the stuff that I really enjoy doing.
And also, you can use it so many times, and with so many
different colors,
so many
and
color
look so
combinations.
different. Like we could have hot foiled this, like I said, but we also could have embossed the outline if you didn't want it, which is, you know, same thing as hot, not the same thing because it is cleaner with the hot foil.
But yeah, just a lot of different looks.
Yes.
With these, using the same products.
You could definitely, you can use all kinds of different colors and blending techniques, or like different mixed media, like we were saying, and it can come out different each time. Trying to get this perfectly on here, and then I do want to use my tape so that it stays where I want it to, so I'm not cutting anything off that I don't want cut off.
And I used some foam to pop this little frame up so my photo is framed.
Oh, that's cute. Yes, I like the arches.
Yeah.
Donna agrees with us. The arches are the way to go. Okay, now it's my turn. Reach over. I'm not as tall as Jess. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Right.
So, and I think it'd also be cool. Like, I know, see, even went into this saying I want to do a grid layout because I love the look of grid layouts, but I hardly ever do them. And I think it's just because I like to layer things so much. 'Cause
Yeah.
now I'm looking at this and I'm like, I like the layered.
Yeah.
You know? Like that
Yeah.
just looks good to me.
It is pretty. All right, check this out, guys. So, whoop, just falling right out. And some flowers. Okay. So I got all my flowers here. And some leaves. How pretty. And then the stencil butter just really gives it that shimmer. Oh. Oops, sorry. Okay. So now I have this beautiful brown, but I'm just gonna give it some color with my leaves and my flowers here.
Now I'm debating if I want to make this photo another thing smaller so I can fit it inside of this text. But it's starting to kind of, I don't know if that's going to make the photo too small. No, I don't know. Is that too small? Because then I can fit it in here.
Yeah, no, I think that's fine. You're not cutting off anybody's
Yeah,
head
no,
or
no
anything.
faces cut off.
Yeah.
But we can lose the feet.
Yep. That's totally fine.
This. Okay. And then it's like a reverse frame almost on that one.
That's cool.
Sylvia asked if stencil butter is similar to texture or glitter paste, and yeah, it's texture paste. It's just the Crafters Workshop brand of texture paste. And the thing that's a little bit different with it is it has like a little glistening, shimmery
it's kind
to
of
it.
shimmery. Yeah, it's a little different than.
Yeah, like it's not just like a matte.
Yes.
Texture paste.
Yes, it's not just like paint, I guess would be.
And I'm gonna pop this up on some foam. But yeah, there's so many brands of texture paste out there. And I've tried a lot of them, and I like a lot of them.
Yeah, they're all great.
I don't think I've tried a texture paste and I was like, meh.
Yeah,
like I usually will just go for the ones in the colors that I like, and then kind of do that across all the brands, and then I'll mix and match the brands.
Yep.
So
I'm kind of changing my mind. I think I like these flowers on the lighter color instead of the brown. It just complements it a little better. So, okay. I love them chatting with us. It's so fun.
yeah,
Make it fun, guys, when it's interactive.
Yeah, it is nice because then it's not just
us talking
to each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Might use.
I'm thinking maybe something like that. So I'm really going away from my original grid style layout. So that's okay. I do kind of want another frame for this one. Let's see here. How do I want to do it? Do I want to stamp? Or I could just die cut. I just feel like it's missing a little something.
Okay, so I just stamped on black onto the brown, just so it would show up better, which I know black and brown, but I like to bring the outside of the card onto, or the inside of the card, the back of the paper onto the front as well, just so we're utilizing it.
Joy said the blue paper's really pretty.
Yeah,
And
the
it
blue
seems like the foil would make the picture stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it does.
Yeah, and these are like fancy photos, like they're wearing dress clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like
Kinda
the
goes with it,
foil,
yep.
yeah, the foil's just like perfect for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And actually, I kind of want more of a foil look on this. So there's nothing, I want to say it's like illegal, but there's no illegal in crafting.
No way.
But
We always say that. No rules.
I don't really want to grab my hot foil out again, but I want my frame foiled. So I'm just gonna glue this onto my
Why
onto
not?
my thing. Because why not?
Why not?
Exactly. There's nothing illegal in crafting.
No.
And we'll see how it turns out.
Can I cherry dot?
Yeah.
Thank you. I love the cherry dots for card making because it just, I don't know, it's just the perfect size. It's bigger, which I like. So when I have to get a bunch of little ones out,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to put my saying smack dab in the center. And I'm just going to surround it with my flowers. I feel like that's crooked, but that's okay, like we talked about. I always just like to eyeball stuff.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's crooked and it's like, that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm just gonna put that on there. And just cut it out.
Nice. Well, that's you utilizing all the foil.
Yeah.
So.
And there's better ways too to do this with, like, you could also do this with the hot foil, like just hot foil a whole sheet
I was wondering
on there.
that, yeah.
But you could also do this technique with cold foiling.
Oh.
So there's just different glues and stuff. But I wanted the exact same color that I already had.
Mm-hmm.
So this just seemed easier. So there, now I've got my
Perfect.
foily. And I'm good to go. So, would you guys consider that illegal? Is that illegal crafting?
I say no. Utilizing all the elements.
Yeah.
All the supplies.
It just feels a little like,
Yeah. It's a shortcut.
should I be
It's
doing
definitely a loophole, right?
Should I be doing
I'm just gluing on my flowers around, just kind of like creating a border for the front of my card.
And again, I'm popping up my photo. And there it is. So you wouldn't even know.
No, you wouldn't. That's actually really cool, though.
Yeah.
Because it's more of, yeah, it's like the background frame instead of like the frames popped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Awesome.
Okay, now I'm going.
Somebody said it's a don't ask, don't tell craft situation.
I like the way you think there.
Yeah.
Okay, now I think I'm ready to start adhering some pieces. I know I grab some more things from this Inkwell collection. I'm gonna pull those out and see if I want to add anything else. Which is always good to do before you adhere everything down, I guess. But I've been known for ripping off pieces.
Mm-hmm.
to reposition them after I glue them on. So.
Yeah.
There's a will, there's a
Gotta
way.
do what you gotta do.
Yeah. And I'm gonna start looking at these laser cut pieces, and I'm in love with 49 to Market laser cut pieces.
Yeah, they're
And-
really nice.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, I really like these ones that don't have the white edges.
Yeah.
So it's like a perfect butterfly or perfect leaves, and there's no white around the edges. So here's the front of my card. So you can see the shimmer from the stencil butter, the gold shine. And I just have the saying on the front, just surrounded by all the pretty flowers. But again, there's so much you could do with these stencils and so many different colors and techniques you could use with the stencils. And they're great for card making, I would say, because it is making your own ephemera, making your own little tiny details with the flowers. And I even say, like, you could die cut out another and almost do like layers, so like different layered the flowers with different colors if you wanted a little more dimension on them, something like that. Well, that's pretty.
Yeah.
I like the flowers
flowers
in there.
come in.
Yeah, it's like goes with the
Yeah.
it's like the hot foil's cool too, though. I might try that on a card now.
Yeah, you gotta try it.
It's really
it is
pretty.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking too, because these photos are from Daddy-Daughter Dance, so I thought that'd be a good title.
Yeah.
So I might still add a title in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Which I could hot foil potentially, or maybe just find some pre-foiled letters.
Oh
which
yeah.
sounds, you know,
Yeah.
easier, but it would
Mhm.
still have that foily look. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with how this is starting to turn out, so I think I'm just gonna glue them down.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Here's
do it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, and Pink Fresh has a lot of different if you like the stencils and the layering, they have a lot, even like the arches, they have circle ones, and a lot of different types of flowers, that you could do. Lots of different
love the
layers and
flowers.
shading. Yeah, they're really, really, really
And
pretty.
some of the flowers also come with washi tape.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like the thick rolls of washi
Yes.
tape that coordinate
Mhm.
with it.
Mm-hmm.
And those are cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Ah! Oh.
You okay?
Yeah, I just got glue on my things.
Oh no.
But this glue, that's why we
It'll
like
dry-
this glue.
yeah,
it'll
it'll
dry
dry.
clear. So I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
it'll be
take
fine.
off the bulk of it, and I think these will be just fine. Sylvia asked, how long would you suggest waiting for the stencil butter if you
You
don't?
don't use a hot tool.
I usually say like an hour, maybe.
Yeah, it takes quite a while to dry on its own.
Yeah.
It definitely just took however long you saw me sitting here, so it was like, I don't know, not even like maybe 5 minutes with
Yeah.
the heat tool.
The heat tool does speed it up, but it
Mhm.
also depends on how thickly it's applied and
My
like,
gold one was
yeah.
pretty thick. And it dried pretty quick, but yeah, I do when I do crafts like this at home or whatever, I like to, if I know, I'm going to use the stencil butter, I'm going to use something that takes a while to dry, I do that first, and then I just go do something else or
Yep. Yeah, that's
and then
what
that
I'll
way
do.
you don't have to sit there and wait for it, because it is frustrating when you got to sit around and wait for stuff to dry.
Or a lot of times, like if you're, say you're making cards, or even just a lot of embellishments for something, just kind of set yourself up like a assembly line type thing,
Yes.
and then just go
Yeah.
through, do them all,
Mhm.
and yeah, so that's a way to work around it too.
I find doing stuff like this, though, like making like you could just make these flowers and just put them in a bag. That's what I do most of the time. Like if you're feeling like, oh, I'm not really inspired to make like a whole layout or a whole card, but I'll just stamp stencil these flowers, cut them out, and then you have flowers for something in the future that you want to make. I really like doing that because I'm not always like motivated to do a whole card, or maybe I don't, like you said, have the paper I want that I'm inspired by, or whatever it is. So that makes it, I don't know, I like doing those little details.
And
too.
that way you can flex your crafty muscles and
Yeah,
you can feel creative.
practice, yeah.
But you're not necessarily like, yeah, if you're just not feeling a whole project.
Yeah.
Do you
sure.
have the dots?
Yes.
Are you done with yours?
I think so.
Cool. Well, I'm pretty much done with mine too. I just need to
I don't know what else to. I was
adhere
gonna
everything.
put some stuff on the inside, but I don't have everything I need in front of me. So.
Well, we've been going for a good hour, so we can wrap it up. And you can always see our finished projects. We always post them on the project gallery.
Yes.
So that's a good place to see them. And then we'll also link to everything there as well.
Yes.
So yeah, check that out. Yeah, I'll give you a look, a closer look at this one. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. And
It's super
then
pretty, Jess.
I want a title, I think. If I can find like I'm thinking like silver.
Yeah.
Like it'd need to be
nice
the perfect
font.
font.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that happens, but yeah, just gotta adhere everything down.
Yeah, and then here's my card again. And I just have the flowers outlining the saying on the front here and using that 49 and Market toast paper if you like that. And then the Pink Fresh stuff.
Yeah.
So, it was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing us how to hot foil, Jess.
Oh, I don't think my button's working. Well, we'll just say goodbye like this.
Yeah,
So,
goodbye.
thanks for watching,
Yeah.
and we'll see you next time.
Order a cherry box if you want one.
Yeah.
Today's the last day, right?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Well, what's today? The 24th? The last day is the 25th.
Yeah.
Yep. So you have till tomorrow, but like we said, they're selling. So yeah, we'll see you then.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay, I pressed the button, but I don't know if it's happening.
That's fine.
Get up and check.